Children, today in the topic expression and formula, we are going to learn about driving and using formula. Okay, so this is the fourth exercise of the topic. So let's start with the example. Suppose there is any formula given where you must have studied this formula in the physics, like density equals to mass upon volume. Density is mass per unit volume. When we dive into formula, we'll write density equals to mass upon volume. So to make it short, I've written it as D equals to M upon V, where this capital D is representing the density, capital M is representing the mass, and capital V is representing the volume, right? Suppose the question says use the formula D equals to M upon V to work out the value of V when D is 5 and M is 40. So when this question comes, so what we'll do now, we have to calculate the value of V here in this question. And now you can see this formula D equals to M upon V. So D is the subject. Okay, so for calculating the value of V, so first of all, what we have to do, we have to convert the formula and make V as a subject. So when we cross multiply V to make it a subject, so we cross multiply V here and D will be cross multiplied. So when V becomes a subject, the formula will be V equals to M upon D. Alright, now let's substitute the value of M and D that is given to us, that is M is 40 and D is 5. So when we write 40 upon 5, so 5 ones are 5 eights are, so the value of V will be 8. Alright, please note. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that use the formula F equals to M upon A to work out the value of A when F is minus 14 and M is 8. Right, now we have to calculate the value of A, and here you can see in the formula the subject is F. So to make the subject A, what we'll do, we'll cross multiply M here. So when we cross multiply M, we'll get the subject A equals to F upon M. We got the formula in terms A as a subject, right? So when we substitute the value of F and M, which is given to us as F is minus 14 and M is 8, we'll get A equals to minus 14 upon 8. So when we cross multiply, cancel it by 2, we'll get minus 7 upon 4. And when we convert right into decimal, divide 7 by 4, we'll get 1.75, minus 1.75. So that will be the negative acceleration, which is also called the retardation. Alright, note down please. Let's see another sum. Now in this sum, it is given that use the formula V equals to U plus AT to work out the value of T when V is 80, U is 20 and A is 6. Now here you can see in the formula the subject is V. For calculating the value of T, we have to make T as a subject. So in the formula V equals to U plus AT, first what we'll do, we'll transfer U to the left hand side. It will become V minus U. Alright, V minus U equals to AT. Then to make T as a subject, we'll cross multiply A here. So T will be V minus U upon A. Right. So when we substitute the value of V, U and A, which is given in the question as 80, 20 and 6, we'll get 80 minus 20 upon 6. Alright, 80 minus 20 is 60. 60 upon 6. Now we can cancel it out, these two values. 6 tens are 60. So the value of T will be 10. Alright, note down please. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that Shasha uses the relationship shown to change between temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit, which is represented by degree and F, capital F, and Celsius, which is degree and C. So the relationship is 5F equals to 9C plus 160. Now what happens? Shasha thinks that 30 degrees Celsius is higher than 82 degree Fahrenheit. Is she correct? Question is she correct? Her assumption is correct. Whether 30 degrees Celsius, as she is assuming, as she is saying that it is higher than 82 degree Fahrenheit, is she correct? We have to find out and show how to work out your answer. So we have to show the working, how we have calculated the answer. Right, let's start with the relationship. Now we are given with 5F equals to 9C plus 160. So we have to find, if we have to calculate the Fahrenheit, we have to make F as a subject. So we have to cross multiply 5 here. So when we make F as a subject, the formula will be F equals to 9C plus 160 a whole upon 5. Now let's substitute the value of C, which is 30 degrees Celsius. We have to convert 30 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. Then we can comment whether it is greater than 82 degree Fahrenheit or less than, or it is equal to 82 degree Fahrenheit, right? So when we substitute C equals to 30, we'll get F equals to 9 into 30 plus 160 whole upon 5. So the value of F 9 into 30 is 270. 270 plus 160 upon 5, right? When we add these two terms, we'll get 430 upon 5, and 430 upon 5, 430 divided by 5, when we do, we'll get 86. That means 30 degrees Celsius is basically equals to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That means 86 degree Fahrenheit is higher than 82, of course, greater value. So we can say that Sasha is correct. 30 degrees Celsius is higher than 82 degree Fahrenheit. Alright, children. So this way we can convert degree Celsius into Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit into degree Celsius. Please note down the solution, children.